Hi guys, it's Michael again with another DSP related graph. This time I thought I'd take a look at his upload strategy. Very much nowadays he tends to, on DSP gaming at least, bombard his channel with as much uploads as he possibly can. It's all there to try and maximize viewer retention, especially in the face of a channel that doesn't quite get the viewership that it once did. So I thought we would have a look at that. I plucked a few of his channels here, including the defunct Dark Side Phil channel, which was his original channel that he made way for DSP gaming because he ruined his AdSense basically. One of the things that surprised me about that channel when I looked at it through Social Blade was the monthly earnings that it was getting was still getting, well, if you had AdSense on it, you'd still be getting a return on it, which surprised me. It's kind of bizarre as well, just that that Dark Side Phil channel is still picking up subscribers as well. So I'd imagine there's some people that have got a huge nostalgia for Phil's earlier work, and it's quite surprising. When we go on to talk about legacy later on, that's kind of going to play into it, because I think Phil's been around so long, and he's been a part of YouTube for so long, that there's going to be some nostalgia placed with him, and that might be key to him enduring really for as long as he has. But we'll get into this. What I've decided to do here was take his views and get an average of that. Also thought I would have a look at his uploads, how long the channel's been opened, and get a daily upload rate from that, just to see how different upload strategies have kind of worked in the past and which ones don't. And as we can see, DSP gaming on average so far through the lifespan of that channel has been 17 videos a day put up, which sounds like a lot, but I actually think that the average has been rounded down a bit, because I think now that he switched back to the shorter video types, the shorter video lengths, I see maybe I can see that number increasing time after time. Even so, like 17 videos a day. Who has the time to watch them, even though they are going to be like 15 minutes long? That's still over 4 hours of content that people would just be like, his fans will just be queuing up for it. And how can they consume that much in such a short space of time? It sounds like a bit of a mammoth task. And in terms of average views, since 2010, when the channel was opened, he's getting under 9,000 average views. One of the things that surprised me, I was looking at one of his Bloodborne videos the other day, and in the space of the 2 years that that video has kind of been out, it only garnered 6,000 views. Granted, it was late on in the playthrough, but still, 6,000 is the kind of views that he gets on a first part of like a playthrough in 2017. So he's not quite getting the accrual of views that he maybe needs to get. Then again, he's got so many videos on that channel, 43,000 and increasing, that maybe that volume of work is the thing that's going to just keep sustaining him. And you can see kind of how DSP Gaming compares with his previous channel. Like under half the views, but the average views were a lot bigger, presumably because YouTube was a smaller pool of videos, so people tended to maybe flock to Phil in larger numbers, and as a result he got himself more views. And according to this, he had a much smaller daily upload rate as well. He's got 5 videos, and this was in a time when the YouTube limit was kind of in effect, so you're talking maybe about an hour and 15 minutes of content a day, which is a lot more palatable. It's food for thought. He was uploading a lot less then and getting a lot more in return. And as we've seen, even now, residually, it's still gathering views. Coming up on KO Gaming here, he's only put 107 videos up in the lifespan of that channel, which is at this point not even 2 years old, and he's already decided to pull the plug on it. Average upload rate, again, these are daily figures, so as a result, probably get like 1 video a week from KO Gaming. It would usually be edited content. In terms of average views, it's larger than Darkside Phil, but that's been propped up obviously by the Homefront review that caught on virally. It's a very kind of mixed bag about that channel. It just depends what he puts up really, and if it catches on. And as a result, worst case scenario, you'll get £6 out of that a month. And I mean, I've taken these earnings figures from Social Blade, so again, it's not going to be exact, which is why you basically get 2 figures. You get a low end and a high end, and hopefully the truth is somewhere in between. When it comes to his vlog channel, he's getting like average views of like 8,300 on a video, but it's a lot less uploads. It's now his smallest existing channel, I guess, seeing as KO Gaming's kind of just being put on ice. And like KO Gaming, it's actually got a higher daily upload rate, but it's still roughly once a week. Obviously, he's got the weekend preview, which always goes up on that channel, as well as any drama vlogs that he decides to do, which I think is where that channel's views tend to come from. Lately, of course, he's had problems with Atlas, giving him a copyright strike in error, which caused him to react as he does on camera, because apparently he can't do these things in private. And then it just turns out it was an honest error. An honest error which was quickly resolved. After Phil decided to basically slander them for like 20 minutes. Oh, we've got off track there, haven't we? Yeah, and I almost might want to make this kind of like a regular thing, to keep coming back to these figures and see if, as time goes on and as more videos get put up, and as they keep gathering views, and as new Phil becomes old Phil again, whether those numbers can sustain Phil. I mean, this is very much a snapshot in the now as well. You'd imagine, right? That best case scenario. I mean, he's been going on for 8 years, so you'd imagine, right? At some point, that best case scenario wouldn't have been too far off the truth. The guy that keeps saying that he's struggling. He's had opportunities. He's had money given to him. He's had much better days. And he's never fought to capitalize on that, or at least retain some of that. He's very much lived in the moment, and it's causing him problems now that YouTube's kind of in this lull with advertising revenue. And all these figures don't even include his Twitch or his Patreon, which will be bolstering that up. I don't know how much he makes from t-shirt sales and all that stuff, but he's now, that's, you know, his idea of quantity over quality has now extended over to his revenue streams. Can this be sustained? If he throws enough at the YouTube wall and enough of it sticks, is Phil still going to be making a decent revenue in 5 years' time? So I'll continue to watch, and I hope you guys do too. It's quite outstanding that he's been able to do this for so long. It really is. Like, he's decided that he's got a method. He's sticking to it for 8 years, and he's still going for it. He's not going strong, but he's still going. He's still surviving. It's bizarrely admirable. And in spite of common knowledge, in spite of what people know or think they know about making money off of YouTube, Phil has remained in this staunch mentality that he's just going to record, he's going to upload, and then he's going to basically split them all into different parts. And that's going to work because there is enough there in reserve to get the views, to get the minutes, to get the money. Just how far can he continue with it? I'll continue to grab the figures whenever I feel like doing it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you guys very much for subscribing, for viewing, for commenting. And I'll see you guys next time, whenever that may be. Thanks very much.